If a technique only works against an untrained person, guess what, guys? It's a crappy technique. That seems pretty self-explanatory to me, but I'll still break it down. So, if you're risking your survival on the fact that your attacker is ignorant about fighting, that is a terrible strategy. Because what if they're not ignorant about fighting? What if they know basics about striking, basics about grappling, or they're competent with a firearm? That's an insane position to put yourself into, where you're relying on your opponent, your attacker, sucking at fighting, sucking at martial arts in order for you to have success. The best techniques are the ones that work against trained killers, the ones that work against the best people in martial arts, whether it be striking, grappling, or firearms technique, okay? You want to make sure that your techniques, your strategies are going to work against the widest field of people possible. So we're not trying to beat white belts, for instance. We are trying to beat black belts, and therefore we should be implementing techniques that work against black belts. It does not make sense to teach anybody something that will only work against an untrained person. It'll give them a false sense of confidence, number one, and number two, they may think that it's sufficient, and should they encounter someone that actually does know what they're doing, they're not going to be able to deal with that person. So the other aspect of this is, look, the number of people that are skilled at martial arts has been steadily increasing for decades. For decades. We've learned more about fighting in the last 30 years than we have through centuries of human existence. Why? Well, we have MMA, which brought a ton of martial arts together to see which ones worked, to see what was fake and what was real. And even though there are some rule limitations, there are very few, and it is the least limited rule set that has ever existed for fighting outside of Vale Tudo, but that hasn't gone as popular as MMA has. It's the most popular, least limited rule set that is out there. So you've seen strikers, you've seen grapplers implementing techniques in there that work against other trained fighters, and that is a great way that we've been able to weed out a bunch of the stuff that is nonsense and doesn't work, and have a better idea of what actually does work under stress, under pressure, against people that are extremely skilled at fighting. And that is what we should be teaching our students. We don't want to be teaching stuff that has been proven to not work. And remember, because the average number of people that are skilled at fighting is increased, the chances that your attacker will be skilled at fighting has also increased, because the general knowledge in the population is increased. You have more people training martial arts, and unfortunately, sometimes that includes people that we should probably be trying to gatekeep against teaching martial arts, but sometimes they slip through the cracks, so we want to be prepared against those people as well. Again, you don't want to rely on your attackers sucking in order for you to find success in your self-defense. You want to be successful no matter what, no matter how skilled they are. So, thanks guys for watching. Short video, but I think it's an important one. Make sure you share it if you agree or you like the message that we promote. Drop a comment if there's something you want to expand upon, or if you disagree with something that we said. Make sure that you share this video, not only from YouTube, but also from Rumble, which is a streaming alternative to YouTube that has no censorship, or at least is very censorship resistant. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.